Well, thank you very much, for this opportunity to share with you some of the outcomes of the conference that was held out at San Diego, California, uh, latter part of November. This, I thought, was a very significant conference because the country certainly is at a precipice insofar as sustaining and expanding the Italian language and culture. And so the gist of the series of programs, approximately 15 workshops, were sponsored uh, by the various Italian associations. The American Association of Teachers of Italian Language were primary in there, and certainly our organization, the National Council for the Promotion of Italian Languages, was in a forefront, working in conjunction certainly with the Embassy of the United States here in Washington, D.C., as well as the consulate in Los Angeles, who were very instrumental and really sponsored numerous activities, the consulate in San Diego. Also, numerous anti-Historia organizations from throughout the United States were present. So that basically is a little bit of the backdrop. Some of the outcomes that came out here was a realization that we have to come up with a clearinghouse for certification of teachers. Ncopilas is looking at the concept of putting together a team of expertise to come up with some sort of an instrument to be able to certify competency in oral and written proficiency. So we are looking at that right now. However, as an interim measure, what's going to be transpiring is we are going to create more or less a spreadsheet looking at the requirements at the various states that they have for licensure and or certification of the Italian language.
You mentioned the word clearinghouse. I know there are Ncopilas-like organization in many cities, so I think that being in Washington and being national, I think the Ncopilas should, and that was actually the intent at the very beginning, to provide assistance, guidance. In fact, we prepared the brochure. I'm a member of the organization, giving them to the sons of Italy, and we print the brochure, we distribute. So I think that's the right way to do it. But we do not have teachers. See, we'll be victim of our own success unless we provide the teachers.
Exactly.
We will have the takers and nobody to give.
And that's the key. I mean, actually, this whole process with National Copilas has really been a re-examination, almost a rebirth, and of really what was the intent. And I think that the folks, we are 10 years old right now. It's still a relatively young organization, but it's an organization that has an impact. And to get back to your point, which is critical, you being one of the founding fathers of the organization, is that the role of clearinghouse is very important. Pulling together resources from numerous agencies. One thing that stood out, I didn't realize how many organizations are involved in the promotion of the Italian language. It's actually overwhelming. I had no concept of the breadth from throughout the United States. In that said, gee whiz, we need some sort of infrastructure, some sort of mechanism in order to coordinate these activities. What the key point is, not one organization would lose their identity, but sharing that information so we can maximize the resources that we have throughout the United States. And the primary vehicle that we plan on using is the new website that we put together that has the potential to do that. And I met with professors from Yale, from Harvard, from the University of California, from San Diego, and these college professors are going to provide us with lesson plans. They're going to best practice types of things. So I am very excited about the resources that we're going to have available for our teachers. Resources for our teachers. And I think that that's one of the strongest points that National Ncopilas can provide as tools for our teachers. Because if we need not only to have people licensed, but we have to have effective teaching in the classroom. Because you can have all the credentials, But if you can't relate with students, if you can't engage students, we will not be able to move the language forward at the accelerated pace that we'd like to. Because the Italian language, when a survey was recently conducted among all students throughout the United States, is the fourth most popular language. The fourth most popular language.
And when you talk about expertise, I think you yourself can provide lots of it because of your experience. So I would say this, and time is, as usual, tired, that Ncopilas is in good hands. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much.